he backs up against the wall. We faced some good pitchers over the past couple of weeks that have dominated us through 5 innings, but and we're behind in the game, but we find a way to claw back, and then our bullpen's doing a great job holding them there, and it's been fun to be a part of. We got 26 guys pulling on the same string, and it's a pretty powerful thing.
Now, back to the Morning Roast with Bonte and Shasky.
Court Arman, Sam Lubman, the official 95.7 Game insider for all San Francisco Giants baseball. 7th time in the last 14 games they've won a game when trailing after 6 innings. And you heard from Jock right there, facing some good pitching, getting shut down for the first 5 innings, but the bullpen stabilizing everything. Giants got one of the best bullpens in the National League. They've stabilized after that, boy. Now can you get some starting pitching, and can you get the offense rolling a little earlier? That'd be something they need to work on, but that's Jock Peterson right there. He wasn't even supposed to play, folks. What is late night Lamont Wade Jr. gets pulled from right straight. What is it, right side tightness?
Yeah.
So he gets pulled, scratched. I'm thinking, damn, another injury? Jock plays, game-tying home run. You heard it from Kipe right there. And, of course, he has a game-winning walk against Josh Hader as the Giants win their 9th in a row. They improved to 13-4 in the month of June. They're 9 games over 500. They're rolling right now, folks.
Here's a couple of nuggy nugs. In the 9-game winning streak, they've trailed in 5 of those games in the 7th inning or later. And just overall this year, 137 runs scored in the 7th inning or later. And that is a major league lead.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
I mean,
they don't get rattled. It's kind of reminiscent of 2021.
Absolutely. I mean, you see Slater get an at-bat yesterday in a pinch hit situation, draws a walk. You see Casey Schmidt get a pinch hit situation late in the game, draws a walk. Like, things are still kind of falling into place for them. I keep going back to some of the pitching changes from Bo Mel. He's got the lefty in. And you know that Jock Peterson's coming up at some point, somewhere in there. You know that they're short a guy who's not on the IL because of Lamont Wade being out. And you go to the righty, knowing that the lefty's coming up, and then you have Hader, another lefty, and then so you start with the righty in the 9th inning. Like, I don't know. The whole sequence didn't make sense.
No, it didn't make sense. Bo Mel got rattled. The Padres got rattled. They couldn't throw strikes for the second straight 9th inning, or hell, even the 10th inning yesterday, or Monday night. So they're a mess, and the Giants win 2 in a row to start this series, 9 in a row overall. By the way, our boy Scotty on the text line from the 480 Comcast business text line, that is. Scotty saying Kyle Harrison was pulled from his minor league start last night. You think he's getting pulled up to start today? I guess Ryan Walker is slated, but what's the latest on Kyle Harrison, Shasky, or Lovett? I know you guys are deep in the minor leagues.
Yeah, no, everybody was sending me this during the game yesterday, and I'm like, I don't know. And then I heard from multiple people that Willard had heard that basically they kind of made a mistake. He wasn't scheduled to start that day. He should start today or tomorrow. That was what he was set. So he wasn't yanked from a start. I think there was miscommunication on when he was going to start. But that's what Mark said, that he was trying to clarify that.
What's the holdup with him in terms of coming up to the major leagues?
I mean, I just don't think he's accrued enough time and innings. And look, pitching's really hard, man. Pitching's really hard. And I think that, I think you could become a hitter. Not that either one is easier than the other, but just my particular feel on this. When you're 21 and you're not, 23, 20, there's a prerequisite number of batters and innings and, situations that you have to see that a team wants to see for them to feel comfortable for you.
Right.
And if he's going to be a starter, which I don't know what they're like, what's his entry point? Is he going to be a guy coming out of the bullpen or a starter? To me, if you bring him up now, he's like a 1-2 inning guy. I don't know if that's the appropriate measure for him right now when you already have a stacked bullpen. You need a starter. So if you're going to bring him up to be a starter, I think a couple of more starts down in the minors before we get to this point. Prove you can go through 5 consistently down there.
All right. I know I'm not trying to rush him. I'm just asking a question, folks. I'm just asking a question about Kyle Harrison. We've heard his name. I think
everyone's asking the question.
All season long.
No, everyone's asking it.
And I'm asking the question now because Anthony DeSclafani's barely giving you 5. All right, he's giving you 8 innings in his last 2 starts.
I know.
He's got to face the Diamondbacks on a Sunday. What the hell is going on with Anthony DeSclafani? Or is he just cooked? Is he washed? I mean, he got another year with $12 million left on the deal, so what's going on with him? 415 Comcast Business Text Line, because we're asking the question, is this sustainable? throughout the summer. Can the Giants continue to win like this?
You're not going to win all year falling behind. But for right now, it's really good. Look, they'll regress a little. That's going to happen. But for right now, ride the wave. And here's the best part about it. With the unbalanced schedule, right, where you used to face the NL West 19 times per team, these matchups against the Dodgers
are massive.
Against the Padres,
massive.
Against the Diamondbacks,
massive.
So
you have to win these games.
These are huge.
You have to win these games.
They don't play the Dodgers. You don't see the Dodgers again until September?
September 21st
That's
is when the next time they face the Dodgers. September 21st.
And here's the other thing. I want to dispel this misnomer. Service time regarding Harrison. The way it works, you need a full year of service time. They count every day. A full year to qualify for a full year. So whether they bring him up now or 5 weeks from now, it's irrelevant because once he comes up, he's probably going to be up forever, right? So they're not going to get a full season of service time out of Harrison. They've already accrued enough. Matos does not get a full season of service time because he got brought up in the middle of the year. It does not matter. Once you're up, you're up.
Think about this.
They changed some of the Super 2 language and stuff.
Think about this.
In the last CBA.
After they play the Diamondbacks 3 times this weekend.
When's the next time they see him? Because they already went to Arizona earlier this year.
They see him again July 31st at home for a 4-game set.
Okay.
July 31st, August 1st, 2nd, 3rd. And then they play him twice in September, 19th and 20th.
So those are going to be huge.
So basically 9 games left against the Diamondbacks,
Deadline
3 this weekend. They don't play the Dodgers until September 21st. So they have 7 games against the Dodgers in the last 10. 7 of their last 10, the Giants, that is, are against the Dodgers.
Wow.
Then they don't play the Padres again until August 31st. So after these next 2 games against the Padres, they have them 7 more times. Now, think about the last 10 games for the Giants. Last 12 games in the regular season for the Giants. 4 against the Dodgers, 3 against the Padres. Or actually, excuse me, 2 against the Diamondbacks, 4 against the Dodgers, 3 against the Padres, and then 3 against the Dodgers.
Well, and I was thinking long and hard about our conversation yesterday regarding, making a move. And I don't want to get bogged down by who they'd give up. They do need to make a move for a major league pitcher.
Yeah, they need a starter.
They need a major league starter. And at this point, I don't care if it's a high-end guy or a middle-of-the-road guy. They need to jump the market, and they need to go out and get something because every team in baseball is looking for a starter. And I think you need to be ahead of the curve on this one. You need to ride your hot wave. And right now, send the message to the clubhouse. We're all in on this year in terms of we're going to send you reinforcements.
Well,
not that we're going to trade away the future or anything like that, but we're going to bring you reinforcements.
Well, I'm looking at a cheap option here. Maybe you could get this guy from Detroit right now, and that's Eduardo Rodriguez. Eduardo Rodriguez, former Red Sox, now with the Detroit Tigers. He's having a phenomenal season. 67 innings pitched, 67 strikeouts, 2.13 ERA, 0.9 whip.
Yeah, it's really
9.8 whip. Excuse me. Now, he's been hurt for the last few weeks. Now, he's 30 years old. He's a lefty. He threw a bullpen session on Tuesday. He's scheduled to face hitters on Saturday in a live batting practice. So he's getting closer and closer to returning. Remember, he hit the injured list back in May with a left index finger pulley rupture. Now, a lot of guys have been out for 2 to 3 months there. But it looks like there's a chance he'll return sometime in July. So let's see if he can get healthy there. That could be a cheap option to where you don't have to give up a high-level prospect. Now, I got to look at his deal, see what the years are, the contract or whatnot. But you got to figure that a team like the Detroit Tigers will be in sell mode. What are some other pitchers? We already talked about Shane Bieber. We talked about Marcus Stroman. That may cost you something because they're under control, under team control for, Shane Bieber's under control throughout next season. Marcus Stroman signed, a 3-year deal with the Chicago Cubs. So he may be tougher to nab. I don't know what other pitchers are out there, but they definitely need, if DeSclafani is going to give you that.
100%.
And you can't start Sean Manaea. I don't know how long you could duct tape this thing together.